Hi there, everyone. How are you guys today? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate you all. Um, just wanted to look at something today, guys. We wonder. Here we go again. I'm sorry, guys. Me and this iPad, we just don't get along sometimes. It's my fault, though. I always forget to turn it down. Anyway, guys, you may be wondering, are we in a constitutional crisis? And I would say yes. And I mean, it's not like we've just gotten into one. I mean, but this is really big because he's defying the judges. I mean, it's like they've told him what to do. He gets in their face, brings over the president of El Salvador to help back him up. Okay. And I want to look at what's going to happen from here. I don't know. It's just strange. I have this strange feeling. Guys, another thing, let me tell you. Okay, you know how I am. You know how my mind works, those of you who have been here for a while. Okay, so I saw on one of the night shows where Steve Bannon was on, and he was talking about him running, doing a third term. Okay. And people have been joking about that. Oh, he can't. The Constitution says that he can't. But what we got to do, guys, is look at how he's done everything else. He's found a way. So, of course, I did my research. I did my research, got online, tried to figure out if it is possible that he could be president again. Could he run this country again, another term? And you have to keep in mind what he said was, if you vote for me this time, you will never have to vote again. And the thing that I look at, guys, is how distracted we are. We are so distracted. He's distracting us every day with something new. Of course, Garcia's deportation is really important, but I think that he's not getting the responses that he wants, so he has to make things worse and worse and worse, okay? So I did my research, and yes, there's a way that he can become president again. I was shocked, but it's happened before. So here's some of the ways he can become president again. Of course, Vance could become president, depending on, doesn't matter how it happens, whether they cheat or whatever they do, he could become president again. Just keep that in mind. Once he becomes president, if Trump runs as his vice president, and which he can run as vice president, Vance could step down or whatever. He could say he's incapacitated. I can't really run the country. So he turns it over to Orange Peel. That's what happened with Putin. Okay, keep that in mind. That's how he got in and continues to get in, because at one point they had they had where you could only run for so long also. Okay, so that could happen. George Wallace, back in the day, there was term limits. And I don't know if he was a really racist governor, and I think he's from the 50s or maybe early 60s. But it was during the time, it might have been even before they started integrating schools. I have to look all that up. But of course, everybody loved him because he was so racist, and we're talking about the South. Okay, so there was term limits. What he did was he got his wife to run. Okay. And she was so beloved because he was so beloved. They were so, racist and everything. Everybody wanted to keep everything lily white. So, of course, they voted for her. She stepped back. He ran the governorship for more years. Now, if you're thinking, could that ever happen with T-Rump? Not in the sense of her, Marlenia running because she's not a U.S. citizen, but one of his kids could run. Okay? Pick one. Either one, whatever. However they do to get in, cheat, whatever they do, it's possible. Okay? Picks one of his kids runs. They step back. They give it. So he's actually running the country. So, and then I got to thinking, guys, you remember how when Kamala was running, how there was these huge, humongous crowds and everybody cheering her on and all that. Well, the same thing is happening right now. It's like we're not really focused on, and somebody has to be focused on this. I'm not the only one who could have seen this, okay? Who could be looking at this, like at this point. We're having the same thing happening right now. And we were so sure that she was going to get in. Nothing was going to stop her. Well, the same thing is happening right now with these big crowds that are coming out, especially with AOC and Bernie, okay? They're gathering these huge crowds, which would make you think that he's going to be defeated again. So we go into this blindly again, thinking there is no way. But yes, there is a way. And trust me, they're working on it. They're working on it. So I don't know. This is why I'm kind of in my feelings. I just don't know what to think about it, because if it happens one more time, I don't know, you guys, you can put whatever words you want to put to it. Okay. But yes, it can happen. So people need to stop laughing about, oh, he can't, it's in the Constitution. He can't be president a third. What they say is he cannot be elected. That's what's in the Constitution. I looked at that word and it was elected. He cannot be elected for a third term. That does not mean he can't be president for a third term. Okay? So there you go. But if things go the way we think, he should be out of there and not able to run another term. But we just don't know. The way things have been going, we just don't know. And I think we need to be more aware of what's going on. And I don't know, we got to figure out a way to put our attention somewhere else to draw that power. We need that power drawn someplace else and away from him. Okay? Because all these rallies and things that are going on, it's all about defeating, his name is always in there. It's always about defeating him. Those rallies need to be turned around and something else being said. You know what I'm saying? Because we're giving him too much energy. We're giving him too much of our power. And I just don't know how things are going to go. But I'm looking at the fact that Mr. Garcia is over there and he shouldn't have been. They did it on purpose. That's just another way that he's saying, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. Okay, that's what he's doing. So I just have some questions. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. I just had to get that, and I wanted more people to come in as I explain what I know, because we got to be on our P's and Q's, guys. We got to really be talking to. I mean, he can at this point. I don't know. He's defying everything. Can he? We might think, oh, he can't change the Constitution. Oh, really? Oh, really? Guys, hold on. I gotta. I got to get my plug before. I'll be right back, guys. Got to plug things in. So anyway, I don't know. We need to be these people that are laughing and saying, "Oh, it can't happen," but it can happen. It really can, and it's scary to think about. It's very scary to think about. Hi, everybody. Okay, let me go back. I want to speak to everybody before we get started. Before I start throwing the cards. But guys, what do you think? Put in the comments what you think about all of this crazy stuff that's going on right now. Steph, thank you for being here. Jackie, Star Cradle, Breezy, Nathan, Jackie, Latrice, Carol, Olivia, Dot Chips, Nathan. I appreciate you all. Zen, Barbara. Okay. Herbalee, Hip, glad to see you. It's just so much. Jackie, I hope I'm not forgetting. Tink, how are you? Thank you for being here. My troll slayers all here. I appreciate you guys. Layla, Steph, Tink, Nathan, Justice, thank you. Oh, I appreciate you, Justice. Thank you so much. Grand Madame, Grand Madam. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I saw you today, though. I was watching your show. Thank you for being here. But I think I don't know, guys. If you have, hi Brenda, if you can think of anything we can do. I mean, I know I just can't imagine that Congress doesn't know this. Well, they have to. I mean, this has been going on for a while. And you know, he's going to find every little thing, any little loophole that he can get through. And that's why Steve Bannon keeps saying, oh, he's serious. And he's saying he's serious too. And he is serious. So anyway, the first thing I want to look at is the root cause of this deportation. I think we kind of know what the root cause is, though. The root cause to me is, I want to see what Spirit has to say about it, though. Is him just showing his might, or them, they, all of them. That's what they're doing. They're showing their might right now. And getting away with it, unfortunately. I heard someone say today that there's really nothing we can do. I don't know. Can't they lock somebody up? Maybe they can't lock him up, but some of these lawyers and stuff should be going to jail, right? Yeah, okay. Christine, that's what got me going. When he said, Christine says, I never thought I would see the day where an American president will openly say that he wants to deport American citizens to the prisons in El Salvador. Yeah, and anywhere he can, and to build 5 more prisons there. Okay, think about that, guys. First of all, he don't like what you say. Hey, we're in trouble. He can just walk up, have somebody come pick you up and send you somewhere, and then say you're not coming back because, well, you said the wrong thing. I don't like what you said about me, or whatever. We're really getting into some serious territory here. So I don't know. I just don't know. But let's see. Hi, Joyce. Apple, how are you? All right. Let's send you guys some hearts. Thank you guys for being here. Um, all right, Spirit, talk to us. We need to know the root cause, Spirit. Why was he deported? Why did T-Rump, Orange Peel, Orange Menace? It was all of our names that we have for him. It's so many. It's so many. Why did he have him deported? See, the thing is, guys, the reason he don't want to bring him back is because he knows that these other people too, I mean, it's more than one reason, but he knows that if he brings him back, the other people that they took also didn't have due process, so they would have to return them all. And I'm sure that would be a big defeat for him, but how long can he just go on? Anyway, let me redo cards, because I'll go off on another tangent. I know I just make my own self upset, guy. So let's see what's happening. What's the cause of that deportation, Spirit? Cards are jumping out already, so we'll see. What's the cause? Why did he do that? What is the cause of that deportation? Garcia. Tower just showed up. And we have, okay, let's just start here, guys. Okay. Of course, we get the Emperor. This is him. He wants everybody to know who he is and all the powers that he has. He is so into his ego right now. And I wouldn't even say it's just him, the people that surround him. These people that are such bigots and racists and all of, you name it. Okay. They want things to be whitewashed. Okay. So this is the leadership, not just him, all of them. And then we have the 10 of coins. Of course, he wants to hang on to his money. He wants this legacy that says, I was the greatest president. Look at all that I did, and blah, 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 blah. We know how he already, brags on himself and makes people think that he knows everything and he's the only one that can do this and that. Well, now he has that power because SCOTUS gave it to him. So he's building on his legacy. Not only that, it's also about the money with him. Of course, we know that, he wants to get his hands on more. The Queen of Cups. Now, to me, in this particular case, we're talking about the United States of America. Okay. Normally, we're talking about this is a place where everybody comes. The immigrants, they come for comfort, and they think that they can have a better life here, and they come for they need a place to call home, because most of the times they're running from somewhere else. And just face it, they're all immigrants. Okay, I said they are all immigrants, including him. His family was not here. Okay. And so how he can go and tell everybody else that they can't be here. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to send people back to some place where they didn't come from, like Africa, in which a lot of us were already here. Okay. A lot of us were already here. It's not that many of us. Yes, some people came from Africa. It's true. But not every Black person in America came from Africa. Okay. But I wouldn't be surprised if he made that rule, guys. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is what I'm getting. You know, queens like to take action, right? Especially this Queen of Wands. This is what he doesn't like. He wants to bring down the queens, the women, you know, take away their rights, put them back in their place. And when I say him, I'm talking about all those that surround him, the oligarchs, all of them that are surrounding him, you know, that have the money, that want to be on top and that kind of thing. So he's making these tower moments because he wants to be the one that brings the house down, brings America down. He's tearing it down. So as far as I'm concerned, Garcia was just a tip of the iceberg. Okay. He's defying. And it's going to go further and further and further because he's figuring out, he's trying to figure out, well, when I say he, guys, remember I'm talking about the people all around him. I don't think that he's doing anything but sitting on his butt somewhere. Okay. He's just the person that they put out in front. Anyway, they're investigating what they can do. What can we do next? They're keeping us off of, they're keeping us away from the big plan. What is it that they have planned, really? You know, we keep looking at these things. As a matter of fact, guys, they got to know. They got to know that he's not going to get away with these things. Okay, he keeps losing. They'll do something, and then it's weeks. I mean, he's only been in there 8 weeks, but the weeks go by, and it goes to this court, and this court. In the meantime, guess what they're doing? They're trying to figure out how to get in there another 4 years. Okay, that's the big picture. He's dividing everybody. Okay, so then we have the Eight of Wands, which, you know, this is about the rapid action that he's taking all the time. They're just throwing stuff out. They're just, you know, well, that didn't work. Well, the march didn't work. You know, he just wants to be they want to be in control. Okay, so what's next? Somebody is back there figuring out what's next. What can we do next if this doesn't work? Okay, and then we have Judgment. This is about rebirth. And, you know, they want to rebirth America. America is not that old. We know that compared to other countries, especially places like China. Which is why he can't be messing with China like he's doing, but he is. He wants us to start over to almost back where it was before we became independent. You know what I'm saying? He wants to go back there. So that was the reason. I think that's the reason for the deportation. This is just a start. Just a start for him to get other things going. And we will see other things going because there's no way unless, and see the thing, I'm okay, slow down. Unless somebody goes to jail, they're going to continue doing what they're doing. And I don't understand our justice system in the way that, why we got to go through so many steps. I know that's the way it's supposed to be, but I mean, in a case like this, we don't have time to go through all these steps. Lock those lawyers up, whoever put those people on the plane and defied the judge's order in the first place. They need to go. And not only them, he needs to go. But I don't know why he's the last person they want to get rid of. He's the last person that they want to lock up. And I just don't understand why. Okay, so my next question, I have my notes here, guys. Okay, I want to see what the current energies are around Garcia. All right, Spirit, what are the current energies around Garcia? Current energies around Garcia, Spirit. Talk to us. Current energy. What's going on with Garcia, Spirit? All right. What is going on with Garcia? Mm. Wow. Okay, we have collaborations going on. This particular case, I think, is involving dark money because it's crossed by the Hierophant, which is the institution, okay, like the government institutions and that kind of thing. So people are working on it, but I think that there's, well, we know there's money involved. We already know that because he's already paid that Salvadorian president money to take them. I'm not going to call them prisoners because we don't know that they're really prisoners. They didn't have due process. Okay, and then they're trying to come up with all kinds of ideas and ways to keep him to defy the law. So he's focused on coming home. Okay, but they're working on all kinds of ways to stop him from getting back here. So there's a lot of delays going on, of course. Then we have well, we know it's about the finance. I already said that. We have the nine of Pentacles here. And I think he's feeling a little bit, his self-worth is tanked. Period. He was independent. Now he's feeling, it's mentally, he's not, or anybody, just think about being locked up and you're not supposed to be and that kind of thing. So he's really feeling depressed. He's feeling humiliated, all those things. He knows that he was falsely deported. He thought he was making success here, but now he feels like it was all for nothing. Okay, so that's what's going on through his mind. Of course, he's thinking about his wife and his family, and he's thinking about the law that's supposed to help him through this. Okay, and I feel like he's hoping that with this is him, what he's thinking. He's hoping that his luck will change and things will get better for him. But that card also, to me, can mean that how things are just keep going around and around for him, and it may be a minute before he gets what he wants, because we have this five of cups here. It's about all the grief, that he's feeling right now. He's feeling disappointed and lost and all the things that would go with grief. This is what he's thinking. But he's also, he's thinking about like his home, his family. We have the Lover's card here. But I would say that he's thinking about the bad choices that he's made in the past. These are the energies that are going on around him. And I don't know if he was maybe actually, well, something went on with him, because I remember hearing that he left El Salvador to come here, and because the gang members were after him and his family, his parents or something like that. So he's thinking about some of the choices that he's made in the past that got him to where he is. And here's the deal, guys. He's heartbroken, definitely. But I mean, this is the final outcome. That's not, I didn't, it's not like I didn't expect this. Of course, he's heartbroken. But I need to know now, Spirit. At one point, guys, I really thought that he was going to be coming home. And I knew that there was going to be a delay. Of course, he's not going to let him just come home when because people say he needs to come home. He's going to make it, he's going to delay like he does everything else. But now it's like he's defying. He's saying, oh, no, And the president of El Salvador said the same thing. Why would he let a prisoner come back here? So I want to know what Spirit has to say. All right, Spirit. Show me yes. Thank you. Show me no. Thank you. My name is Mary. Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Spirit, I need to know. Will Garcia be coming back to America? I'm getting no. Now, see, I was getting yes. The energies right now today is no. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with them getting together and both of them saying no. The other president saying no, including, and also Orange Peel saying no. Okay, so that's the energies around it right now, but we can check back. I mean, I hope that's not the end. Okay, Spirit. Is that just the energies around it right now as we speak? Yes. That's the energies right now. Thank you. Is there a possibility that those energies may change? Yes. Yes. And that's a big yes, guys. So I think it's just something that we have to keep our eye on almost daily. I mean, among other things, because I really think that everything that he's doing is a distraction because he wants to be a dictator. I probably shouldn't have said that word, but I said it now. So anyway, okay. What about the U.S. government? What are they going to do? Okay. What are they going to do? Let's look at the government. What are they going to do in this case, Spirit? Show me the government, Spirit. What are they going to do concerning the situation? When I say government, I mean SCOTUS. I mean the whole shebang. Okay, Spirit, what are they going to do? All right. Show me government. Okay, I pulled five cards, guys. And of course, the emperor's in the middle. Um, and that's him. He's reversed, or that's who he thinks he is anyway. It's reversed. And it says, and it shows that there's a lack of discipline. Well, we already know that. Domineering, controlling, it's in the reverse. Okay. But talking about the government, I don't know how to take this fool card. You know, it could be about a new beginning, yes, but a new beginning for who? Are they gonna are they gonna step up and do what they should do or should have done before? I think that because of this card that's right next to it, which is the Six of Swords, it's about moving to higher ground, getting out of those rough waters and moving on. So what I'm thinking is, you know, they might feel like they may have to take a risk and really do some kind of action that they haven't done before. You know, he's been getting away with everything. So maybe at this point they're ready to do that. And then we have, I think at this point they are definitely feeling a little weak. They need to get their strength back. We had this strength in the reverse. They could be taking away some of his powers too, guys, some of his strengths, because he's in the reverse here. Okay. And then I'm going to clarify some of these cards though, because I don't just walking away. Eight of Cups, disappointment, walking away, or walking towards something new. That could be too. I just can't. I'm gonna. I can't see him. I can't see him walking away. There's no way. He got too much power. He has too much power, which is what he always wanted. So I want to clarify that. All right, Spirit, talk to me about that. The only way he would walk away, I don't even think, well, they may take away some of his power. That's true. But him just walking away, not unless something happened and he couldn't do the job anymore. Ooh, death card. I'm clarifying the Eight of Cups, death, transition, a new beginning, change. I almost want to leave it right there, but I'm going to put one more spirit. One more card. I get the seven of Pentacles, guys. I think this is more about maybe he can't sustain this long term, what he's doing now, and maybe that's where we're getting this walking away and change, because somebody's losing strength here, guys. It's like, yeah, maybe he's distracted in some way. Okay, so you know that leads me down another. You know, you can't really say that the death card is actual death. Although we did have that Six of Swords showing up there next to the reverse emperor, guys. We could read a lot into that spread. Let me read about him though. All right, Spirit, I need to know the energies around orange peel. The energies around orange peel, Spirit. What are the energies around orange peel at this time, Spirit? What are the energies around orange peel? He's being so protected, guys. It's just it just makes you wonder, why is he still here, right? I just had to say it. Okay. All right. Spirit. Energies around orange peel. I'll turn them over later. I want to be surprised. Good surprise, hopefully. Okay. So what we have is retreat. Okay. I did a subject cross on it just to get a little more information. Then we have is crossed by lack of direction with this Pentacle card here. I mean, Page of Wands. Creating conflict. So if he's retreating, how is he? Well, he's focused on creating conflict and that kind of thing. Let's keep going. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and again, conflict, self-centered, jealousy. Who is that? Well, that could just be about his focus and his finance and his security. But we know that he is jealous and all that kind of thing, which is what she can be. She can be smothering. Yeah, that could be his energy too. And then we have in the past, he wanted to shatter dreams and shatter homes and shatter families and bring out, people talk about this tariff war. Well, this tariff war is not the only kind of war he wants. He wants pretty much a race war, guys. He wants that too. Okay. So he's trying to separate people by whatever means he can. He's already done it. He's got MAGA thinking that they're better than everybody else, but he isn't thinking about MAGA. But that's where they are mentally, because he has them believing that they're the one. Okay. And then, we have the Fool. Yeah. Now, in this case, I take this as he's being a fool. He's the fool. He's the fool. Okay, yeah. So he's going to be on the defensive. That's the energy that's around him right now. He's kind of on the defensive, but he has so many people around him. Okay, then we have completion. I think this is how he's feeling. Like he's really getting things done. That's the energy. That's how he's feeling. Guys, we have to when we look at the energy around somebody, is what kind of energy is he focused on? And I always say, he knows too much about the law of attraction. Okay. So he keeps his energy focused where he wants it. on him, and he keeps our energy focused on him also. Okay, which that combination keeps giving him what he wants. Oh, okay, but then we have in reverse. Ooh, I like this. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is all about emotional loss and being blocked and anything. He's emptiness. Okay, so that's going on with him too. You know, things are being pulled away from him. So that energy is going on with him. Then we have the Temperance in reverse. It's about the imbalance, the excess that he has, the extreme excess, overindulgence. He likes that though. He likes the overindulgence. You know, he gets to golf all day and tell other people what to do and make life miserable for everybody else. So let's look at the final outcome. We have the Queen of Swords. To me, this is, to me, the law. This is the law. And you know, these lady judges, these female judges, he's been getting a lot of them lately. And I think that that's a big part of the energy around him. And they're, you know, they have that sword. They're not playing with him. So I'm hoping this female judge I'm pretty sure it's a female judge that's telling him that he has to get Garcia back here. That's the energy around him. I want to clarify that, though. I want to make sure. What's that about? What's that about, Spirit? I get the Hermit in reverse. Okay, I feel like, yeah, why is it in reverse? But she's really trying to figure out what to do with this situation. I think she's investigating. I wonder if she's kind of stuck as to what she's going to do about it. Is she stuck, Spirit? Is she really having a problem trying to see? I don't know why they're so afraid to just do what they need to do with him. Is she afraid, Spirit, to lay down the law with him like she should? Okay, this is about lack of teamwork, although she may feel like she doesn't have enough support, but normally a judge wouldn't be a judge. If you're a judge, you know that you got to do certain things, okay? Whether you have lack of support or not. Maybe is she trying to get information from others as far as what she needs to do, Spirit? Because they've already given him, that man has been gone like a month. Okay, we get the King of Cups. Okay, so yeah, she's emotionally balanced. I think that she is going to take control and do something. You know, it seems like it's very emotional for her, but she's going to take some kind of control because we have the King of Cups here. She's going to be, even though she's empathetic, not really empathetic. Well, for him, for the guy that's for Garcia, but she knows that she needs to take control. So I think that that's what she's gonna do something. So I'm gonna pull 3 cards. All right, Spirit, tell me. I can't remember the judge. Oh, is it Venice? Starts with an X. All right, Spirit. 3 cards. Will she make any power moves against the regime? Will she do anything that's going to move this situation along? Will she put anybody in jail? Threats don't work with them. All right, Spirit, 3 cards. Will she do anything that's going to make them bring him home? Okay, it's going to be some more delays, guys. It's going to be some more delays. So no, she isn't. I mean, whatever she does, she may give them more time or something. She's not locking anybody up or anything like that. We have the five of coins here also. We could be talking about some kind of change. She may do something, but it's not going to be enough to say, get him home now. No, there's going to be delays. And then we have this Page of Pentacles. Again, focus on the plan, focus on the structure, that kind of thing. She's not going to do anything that's going to make them say, okay, Judge, we're gonna get him back now. Nope. More delays. More delays. I think they're supposed to meet again tomorrow. Every day they're supposed to come with some kind of report. And that's probably why Spirit was saying the energy around it right now is him not coming back home. Okay. Okay. What's the potential outcomes, Spirit, if things keep going the way they're going now? And I want the potential outcome for the United States of America. What's the potential outcome for us, for the citizens, for the United States of America, if things keep going the way they're going right now? What's the potential outcome? My Spirit, what is the potential outcome for America? Things keep going the way they're going now. America, Spirit. Okay. Pull 5 cards, guys, and the card in the middle, again, is the Fools. We keep the Fool. We keep getting this new beginning. Yeah, it is a new beginning. We can look at that in many ways. We know that it's a new beginning for us because the way things are going, they will never be the same as they were before he got back into office 8 weeks ago. Okay? So we know that, yes, it's a new beginning. That's the foundation card. But look at this. People are going to continue to get away with things. America is going to be at a financial loss. We're going to be feeling like alone and left out in the cold. I mean, so many things goes along with this card. Again, a 5 card, we're talking about change. We're talking about change. We're talking about people still trying to get away with things. We have the Law here. You know, we have the Queen of Swords here. You know, somebody wielding that sword. But we're always on the defensive. Why are we always on the defensive? So in other words, if things keep going the way they are, and they keep letting him get away just a little bit more and a little bit more and a little, and we stay on the defensive like we are now, because we are on the defensive right now, because he keeps doing things, then he keeps doing something, then we got to defend it. Got to go to this court, that court, that court. Um, I tell me more about this being on the defense, Spirit. This doesn't look good. Now, normally this 3 of Cups would be celebration card, but it's in the reverse, of course. It says overindulgence, underdependence. So, in other words, we're not going to be as dependent on ourselves as we used to be. Okay. Oh, this is scary. And I'm not, guys, I don't want to be a downer here, but okay. All right, Spirit, we need you to give us some guidance. I think I'll use a different deck. Yeah. The Golden Tarot, guys. Guidance for us, Spirit. Well, that's way too many. I can't take all those, but I guess I could, but we'll get them back if they're supposed to be. As we're on this path to justice, Spirit, give us some guidance. Give us some guidance, Spirit, as we're on this path to justice. And one more. Okay, I'm going to clarify some of these. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right now. We had 4 Pentacles. In this particular case, I feel like the Spirit is saying, hang on, hold on, hold on to what you got, okay? Then we have the Queen of Cups, which is that empathetic queen again. That's clarifying the 4 of Pentacles here. And I do feel like at this time that, as I'm pulling all these queen cards and things like that, guys, I think that is a divine feminine energy that's going to step in, that's stepping in, that's, getting ready to make some things happen. Because I have this 5 of Swords here, it's in reverse. And normally that would be about making things happen for you at whatever cost. But now I'm feeling like with this particular card, it's not going to be whatever cost. No matter what, I'm going to get what I want. I think Spirit is saying it's going to happen. What you need is going to happen. And I think we have to kind of, what I'm hearing is just kind of let go in a sense. It's divine. What's happening is divine. And that's what I'm hearing. Okay, the burden, we're at the end of this. We have the Ten of Swords. We're getting towards the end of this. And I keep saying, I think we're at the beginning of the end of him. That's what I'm feeling. And some of the times when I pull the cards, that's what I'm getting. So the burden, it's been a burden for us. It's left us confused. But again, Spirit is saying it's time for us to kind of take a break from all of this that's going on, because it's really messing with people's psyche. I know it's messing with mine, so I don't know about y'all, but anyway, it's kind of messing with people's psyche. And here it is again. Here's the Empress, guys. And I do feel like, again, he's telling us that the divine feminine energy is coming through. It's just that we have to be patient. We have to be patient for it, okay? And it's going to take all that, because part of the reason that we're going through what we're going through, in a sense, is because of the rising of the divine feminine energy. And they want to keep it suppressed. So we got this war going on. There's no way in the world things would be happening the way they are happening right now if feminine energy, and when I say feminine energy, I'm not just talking about women. We all have both, masculine and feminine energy. But the feminine energy needs to rise. Okay. So it's like we really got to fight for this. But Spirit is saying, take it easy. Take it easy, because it's coming. It's coming. Then we have all of this with the Five of Wands. I clarified that. This is about inner conflict and that kind of thing, or the conflict that's been caused with people, not only the government, but just with people in general. There's been a lot of that going on, and Spirit is saying we need to come together, form some partnerships, and get together, discuss this, really feel out, really think critically about what is happening, the division that's coming about, because that's the only way they can stay in control. Divide and conquer, guys. We know this is old. This is old. But until people like the supremacists, it's a lost cause, right? But if the majority of us can get together and realize what's really beneath this, what is really going on, things can get better. And we have the Three of Cups here. Spirit is saying, yeah, then you can celebrate. Then you can celebrate when we realize that this division, this fighting that's going on is to keep us separate, but we need to come together. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Okay. It's slow moving. It's slow moving, but it's like the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So here we go. Once it's going to take a minute. Okay. But once we get it, we're not going to feel so alone and left out in the cold and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to come together. And then we have the Page of Wands. And we're talking about, with this Page of Wands, we're talking about the action that we need to take to make things better. Okay. So that's what we're looking at there with that. All right, guys. So I'm ready to take questions, guys. If you have any questions for me concerning this or whatever you want to talk about. But I think that it's just important to know that we need to keep our eyes on the prize, is that he wants to be back in there again. And they're really working hard on trying to figure out how to get him back in there. So no matter who gets in there, you already see the power that he has. No matter if he runs with, if Vance gets back in there, or just say a Republican, period, because it can happen. I'm telling you guys, don't let these big crowds be a distraction to you, like they were with Kamala. Okay, don't let them be a distraction to you. We don't know who's filling those big crowds. They could be friend or foe, you know? And we're thinking one way, but something else is happening. So we have to be careful and keep our eyes on what is really going on, because tomorrow is another day and there's no telling what he's going to throw out there to get us off the point. And if we know this, it's got to be others that know this, because you would think that they would have known. And I think they knew that there was going to be some kind of there was going to be they were going to try to steal it. I just don't think they knew how deep it was when they were stealing the election. I just hope that we have grown from that and we have learned as a collective. The people that are in charge have learned that you can't just look at the surface of these things, that you got to really dig deep and really find out what's going on. So guys, make sure you put everything in caps for me. And oh, Sissy, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're always so supportive. Your spirit bells, and back at you tenfold. That's for everybody that's given in whatever manner that you have, whether you have subscribed or shared or like. I appreciate you. And back at you tenfold. Okay. Joyce says the orange one has a nurse. I believe that, definitely. Okay. Oh, Breezy, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate you. Oh, you're lying down and listening. I guess that's the best thing you could do, because you might get a headache from all this mess that's going on with him. I hope you're feeling peaceful, Breezy. Yeah, Good Trouble says, can't let the big crowds fool us. Nope. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go back to the top and see if I missed anything. And then I'll go back to the bottom. Kismet, hi. I don't think I spoke to you. Hi, Tab. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's not for me. Yeah, Tab says it's all about the money. Spiritual warfare. Yeah, we are. We are definitely in a spiritual warfare. It's so much going on. That's why we got to be careful of our thoughts and all that. Because sometimes when like today, when I was thinking about all this, and I thought, well, maybe I'm focusing too much on him, because we want to get the focus off of him. You know what I'm saying, guys? Everybody wants to know what's going on, but we know how the law of attraction works. And we're just giving him more energy. We're just giving him more energy. All right, let's see. Yeah, Roger says they're arresting random people, and it's clear who they're targeting. Okay. Zen wants to know if Garcia is still alive. I'm going to ask the pendulum. Spirit. Is Garcia still alive? Yes, he is. He is. Yeah, we do send him positive energy of protection and light, Tab says. We need to send Garcia positive energy. I can't even imagine what he's going through. Yep. Robbing the country blind. That is so true, Apple. That's what he's doing. And what can they do about it? I mean, he's got everything lined up, the Justice Department and all that. I mean, it's not like somebody's going to come after him. Okay, Linda G says she saw the military will go to El Salvador. She also saw October is when Trump goes down. Yeah. Well, let's see, Sissy. Let's see what the pendulum tells me. Spirit. Will the military go to El Salvador? Well, that's yes on that one. And then October. That seems so far away, guys. Spirit. Will Orange Peel be in office in October? Okay, I'm getting no with that. Will he be still leading the United States of America in October? Will he still be the leader? I'm getting no. So I got a yes on one and a no on the other. Yeah. But Kamala actually won. Oh, thank you, Layla. She always reminds me. Light your sage. Thank you. But it was taken from her. See, that's the thing about like doing cards and stuff like that and asking spirit questions. You got to be careful about that's what I learned. You got to be careful about how you ask the question. We should have been asking if she will take office. We were all on will she win? And then of course energies change too. Hi, Peaceful. Mary, you also said you saw violence taking place in isolated areas. Yeah, I did. You mentioned Pennsylvania and recently Pennsylvania. Oh, that's right. Mansion was destroyed where the governor and his family almost died. Yeah. Yep. I don't think we're going to see mass violence taken, like the country just, a lot of violence all over the country, but in certain places, yeah. And that was terrible. So they say they got the guy. You guys know I have to ask. You know how they put people up to taking the fall? All right, spirit. The person that's in custody Is he the correct person that burned down the governor's mansion? Okay, I'm getting yes. Okay. Well, let's see. Marcia wants to know if that she says she's praying that because he's not respecting the Supreme Court's ruling, they'll take his immunity away. Well, let's see. Will the Supreme Court take away Orange Peel's immunity? Yes. Now, see, before I got no. Okay, what will they do if all foreign people leave this country? Will fall fast. Well, you mean immigrants, because foreign people, there's a lot of foreign people in this country, but they're not considered immigrants. Yeah. But the immigrants really aren't, I mean, they're not working or anything now, I don't think, because they're afraid to. You know, they're afraid to show their faces. I mean, and even the kids that are at college and that kind of thing. I think if I were one of them, I would lay low. Because you don't know, because we saw how they picked that doctorate student up off the street, like they were watching and waiting for her to come, and they picked her up, which was sad, you know, just because she wrote something, a paper about it, about whatever was going on at the time. And that's what you do when you're in college, right? You know, so they would have got me a long time ago if that was the case, because my whole thesis was racism and classism and sexism. He wouldn't have liked none of that. Hi, Renee. Okay, question. Flogs wants to know, do the El Salvador president have a grudge against Garcia? Uh-huh. Well, you know, he fled the country because of the gangs. So he may, but let's see. All right, Spirit. Does the El Salvador president have a grudge against Garcia? And it says yes. Spirit says yes. Okay. Do they know each other? Does Garcia and the president of El Salvador know each other? Yes, they do. But see, guys, I wouldn't put it past. He knew, they had to know that this guy was working with courts and he wasn't supposed to go back. Now, if he fled because of the gangs that were after him and his parents and all that, this president, because he hasn't been here that long, but this president, I'm sure, knows about it. And I don't know how long their presidents have, as far as their term limits and stuff like that. But he didn't have to be a president at that. He could have been a part of a gang for all we know. You just don't know how these people are thinking, you know. And maybe that's why he doesn't want to let him go. He got him back. It was getting too good for Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And they got him back. Now they don't want to let him go. And don't think that Orange Peel hadn't checked that out too. His people, you know what I'm saying? I heard he has a nurse with him everywhere he goes. All right. Spirit. Does Orange Peel have a nurse with him everywhere he goes? Yes. Thank you. Spirit. Ooh, it's telling me no. It hurt me in my head, but I'm going to ask the question out loud. Did Orange Peel get a clean bill of health when he got checked out? No. Nope. Well, we knew that though. Yeah, he has a nurse. Okay. Sissy says, I heard the nurse travels everywhere too, and he is getting IV in his hand. Oh, that's where the bruising is coming from. Does the nurse travel everywhere with Orange Peel Spirit? Yes. Um, does he get an IV in his hand? Yes. Nope. Okay. Yes, yes to that question. Both questions, Sissy. But I was looking at Apple's question, Apple's statement, and she says that he cannot beat China. No, he can't. China already starting to play with him. As far as tariffs go, that might be good for us though. Get stuff cheaper. Will Stephen? Okay, Stacy B wants to know: will Stephen Miller go to prison? I sure hope so. I think he's a big part of all of this, guys. All right, Spirit. Will Stephen Miller go to prison? Yes. Yes, he will. Let's see if Pam Bondi will be going to jail, going to prison. All right, Spirit. Will Pam Bondi end up in prison? Yes. The only person that ain't gonna go to prison is him. Is him, as usual. Unfortunately. Okay, Sissy says, my family are divided. Most in my family unit are MAGA. Wow. But if you are coming around, I don't talk politics with them. We start arguing and I tell them off. My aunt does too. She tells them off too. Girl, don't get your blood pressure up. That's if they want to be that silly. I mean, let them be. Let them be. Okay. Peaceful Warrior says, Mary, are you really trying to make us go through X Elania to get our SSI news? Oh, are they really trying to make you go through? Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Well, I guess didn't they say something about it? Maybe you may be able to get news on Facebook too. Well, he's got a. I'm sure he gets more advertisement the more people that come over there. So he's got to make that money back. He lost a lot of money with Tesla. Okay, let's see. But why would they pick it? Everybody doesn't go on X or anyway. Spirit. Will Social Security news be on X? Okay, I'm getting yes. But I'm sure there could be other places. Okay. Will the judge find any of the Trump regime in contempt? Yes. Okay. Will anyone be locked up? Will any one of them be locked up? No. See, this is what I was saying. She's going to do something, but it's not going to be enough. Okay, you find them in contempt. Does that actually mean that they will be going to jail? Or will there be some kind of fine? Or, okay, spirit. If she finds them in contempt, will she send them to jail? Will she send them to jail? That's no, of course. We already knew that. Okay. So will she fine them? Charge them some money? Yes. Thank you. Will any of them lose their license over this situation? No. It's not going to be enough. That's why they're going to keep playing games, and he's going to stay over there for a while. Okay, my caseworker in my region office told me to call or go to the SS Social Security page and sign in. I called with a 5-minute wait. Oh, that's good. It was only 5 minutes because, oh yeah, they were going to close all those offices and they told him that they couldn't. See, this is the thing. He keeps doing stupid things and then they have to reverse it. Mary, can you ask Spirit why my scalp has been hurting for the past 2 weeks? Like someone pulled my hair out. Marsha, I think that is something that, because it's kind of off topic. Email me with that question. And my email is in the description. Okay, Layla. Oh, that's at Layla. Okay. Both of my brothers, Sissy says, both of my brothers married into Republican families. After my parents died, they came out as Republican. I was shocked. I asked, how could they betray our family who are Democrats? Yeah, I think it happens in all families. I know of one, well, probably 2 nephews that did that, but they know how I feel, so they won't come at me with it. But it's like the young men, and I told them, so you think that his wealth is going to rub off on you because you vote for him? You think you're going to get rich? Well, we need a change. Okay, you got to change. Good for you. But I'm not arguing with anybody about it. Okay. Apple says that The Hague could file suit, crime against humanity. Let's see if they will. Okay. Will The Hague file suit against Orange Peel? Will The Hague file suit against Orange Peel? Well, that's a maybe. It didn't say no. So the energy is maybe. Maybe they're thinking about it. Something needs to be done. Okay. Yeah. Sissy says, my brothers then told me Kamala was not a good candidate and she was not reaching out to those who concerned about the economy. I asked them recently how their 401k was looking and I started laughing. Yeah, that's real good. That's a good question you could ask people when they say they voted for him. How is your 401k doing? Yeah. They could get a break on a few Teslas too. Yeah. Oh, Sissy, I did. Did you hear me? Oh, maybe yeah, I got it when I saw your donation. Thank you so much, Sissy. And I gave you your dings and your tenfold back at you. Thank you. I saw it after I got through reading. Okay. Just okay, you're talking to somebody else. I also told my brothers things are going to get worse. I told my twin brother he better check about his social security. He is not on it right now. I am due to my heart disease. Oh, I think social security is going to be okay. Every time I read on it, well, I can read on it right now. Spirit. Will orange peel and muskrat touch social security? Will they touch social security? No. Still no. Yeah. Apple saying enough is enough. Yeah. Okay, Sissy saying her twin is now listening. My twin is now listening to me, but my younger brother said he is a MAGA Republican. Really? Oh, I scratched my nose there at him, and I told him I love him and I will be there for him when his king implodes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. How could he be a MAGA? I mean, a Republican, okay, but MAGA? Really? Does he know what that means, Sissy? Yeah, Joyce says it's so hard to take it easy. I've had anxiety since January 21st, 2025. Yeah, that's why you need to take it easy. You don't want him to be the reason that you go out of here. Okay. He's already trying to get rid of us. Don't do that. Go see a comedy or a happy movie or something. Try not to let him do that to you. That's his whole point. Um, yeah, Tink, I read on Garcia. He's still with us. Um, Sissy says, my younger brother is going to have a heartbreak feeling betrayed by Trump. When the truth comes out, I want him to be mean to him. I want to be mean to him. I would tell him to suck it up and focus on his entire family, not MAGA. Yeah. Garcia is still alive. I just read on him. Um, yeah. Good Trouble is saying, I'm right. Don't let the big crowds fool us. Yeah. Yeah. He wants us to not be united. But the thing is, guys, it's just like, okay. So we know already, and this is, I know the people that are following me, that are my subscribers, know what I'm talking about. So I'm not offending anybody here. But we know also that these crowds are so big and so huge because we're not involved. Okay, it looks like I'm back. I think I'm back. Anyway, okay, come on, I'm back. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Okay, so anyway, the crowds would never have gotten that big if we were involved. So yeah, he doesn't want us to unite. He doesn't want people to start thinking, well, is this just a distraction? But Spirit wants us to unite and spirit has the upper hand. So whatever it takes for that to happen at this time, which is what spirit I think is working on, um, we just have to deal with it. We have to go through it. That's what I'm saying. Don't let him take you down, because that's where he is mentally. His mind, he doesn't think about others. He just wants to hurt people. So yeah. Hi, Valerie. I got your message. I have to get back to you. I'm sorry, taking so long. Okay, and Dion, are some of the people at the protest there to take pictures of protesters to report them for a reward? That could be true. Okay, Spirit. Are some of the people, the protesters that are there to report others, take pictures and report them? Ooh, I'm getting a big yes. See, I'm telling you guys, you have to be careful. Valerie's making cabbage and smoked sausage. I made cabbage the other day. It was good. Cabbage and cornbread. Okay. No, he's not. Okay, you're talking to somebody else. Everything has a expiration date, and his time is coming to a close. I agree, Roger. Is he personally spending sending money to poop, put? I call him Pooty. Okay, Joyce wants to know. Spirit, is Orange Peel secretly sending money to Pooty? Yes. Not surprised. Sissy says her younger brother is really a nice guy, but he's brainwashed. Yeah. The same with the people that I know. They're, just brainwashed. There's nothing else wrong with them. They thought that following him because he's a businessman, you don't realize that he's bankrupt everything. He does. He just takes and takes and takes and takes. Okay. So I don't know why people think he's such a great business person. Yeah, you just got to still love them, Chrissy. You still got to love your people. You don't have to. That's what I'm saying. Don't argue with them. Okay. We need to focus on ourselves. Yes, stay informed, but not obsessed. Yes. Yes. And I feel like I kind of need to, because every time I get on here, guys, and you see how I get all riled up when I'm talking about him. It's like we need to look at the spiritual emphasis of it more. And I think that's kind of where I'm being led to go with this channel. I mean, because spirit has a way of teaching us and affecting people in a way, even it's tarot, but spirit uses many methods to get people to understand spirit. And this is just one of them. But we also have to think about how the laws work. And the law of attraction, as I keep saying, and we also know that he's using all kinds of energies, guys. Let's just be real. He probably has an astrologer. He probably, has somebody working things out for him and that kind of thing. He's the man is, I was going to say he's not, but he is. Anyway, he probably knows more than we think that he knows. He plays dumber than what he is. I think that's what gets us in trouble, because we're like, oh, he can't do that. Just like when he won the first time. Oh, that was funny. When he said he was going to, I remember laughing like, what? Then he won. And the same thing now, we're laughing. I'm not laughing because when he says he's going to be president again, he's just not going to be elected. Okay. No, he cannot run again, but he can serve in that office again. And trust me, if he gets in that office again, we're done. It's the Constitution, everything's going to be rewritten, because for him to get in that office again, that means that he's got a lot of people that's supporting him, that he can, like he's doing right now, he's putting all these people in place to do what he needs to get done. And the Constitution will probably be rewritten, you know? Okay. Mary, can you check Social Security Section 8 Medicaid? Wait a minute. See which yeah. Okay. All right, Spirit. Will Medicaid be affected by orange peel? Yes. Will it be affected in a negative way? No. Will Section 8 be affected by orange peel? Yes. Will it be affected in a negative way, Spirit? Will it be affected in a negative way? No. That's telling me that they're looking into it and they're going to try to find some things, but they're not going to be able to do anything with whatever they find. It's not going to be like they're going to take it away or anything like that. Will people that are on Section 8 legally, will they still be able to get Section 8? Yes, thank you. People on Medicaid legally, will they still be able to get Medicaid? Yes. Yep. I know October. I didn't get October. So hopefully it's before October. That's what we've been getting, but October seems like the date just so many people are reading on it. It's like the date just keeps going further and further and further away. You know, that's crazy, you know. But when you look at him, you think, how can he last that long? But I guess he can. We have no control over that. Mary, he signed an executive order on day 1 that after 90 days he can call martial law. Yeah. That it's not called martial law, though. It's called something else. But yeah, because of the insurrection, something about insurrection. Okay, he will say there is a border crisis. Yeah, and he will say there is a border crisis. Will he call martial law on 420? Is that where he's supposed to be sending? He's supposed to be sending some military to Mexico, to the border. Okay, let's see. You know, that could involve a whole bunch of things if he calls martial law. Okay, Spirit. Will Orange Peel call martial law on 420? Will he call martial law on 420? I'm getting maybe. Will people stop him from trying to do so? Will others stop him from trying to do so? That's yes. Okay, so he wants to call martial law on 420. Is that correct? Yes. Will he be successful, Spirit? Will he be successful? No. Nope. He wants to. Yeah, don't put anything past him. My caseworker at the regional office said those who are on Social Security, Medicare are going to be safe. Medicaid is up to the individual states. So we are safe. Those in Medicaid need to call their state leader. Oh, okay. I think they're going to try to do something with it, Sissy, but I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Oh, good idea. Peaceful says, okay, everybody, let's all get together tomorrow and do hair, makeup, and nails. Good idea. That's something we should think about. Having a ladies' night, guys. The feminine rising night. I mean, the guys can come too. That would be fun. We should really think about doing that one day, one night. Then we have Sissy says Oklahoma did not get FEMA aid either for those who lost everything in the fires and tornado damage. That's crazy. Yeah, the president says what he's told to say. He don't know what I mean, I still don't think I think he's smarter than what he has to be where he is, okay? Because he does know how to get things on people and blackmail them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make you smart, but I mean, I don't know what it makes you, but it gives you power, which is what he has. Valerie says he needs a diaper change. Will Mike Johnson go to prison? Hope so. Spirit, will Mike Johnson go to prison? Yes. Yes. Hi, Linda. Oh, okay. She's the chat comedian. Good evening, Linda. The chat comedian. She'll lift us all up. Okay. Is Iran plotting something for Trump? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, Linda wants to know, Spirit, is Iran planning something for Trump? Yes. Oh my God. Valerie, I don't like that question, but I'll ask. Will Orange Peel have a parade on his birthday? Wow. Okay, says yes. Let's hope the energy changes by the time that birthday gets around here. Wait a minute, let me see this question. Okay. Alicia, I'm just looking at your comment there. You said, Linda G said, we're going to get a surprise attack. Okay, so is that going to be on? Oh, I still think he's supposed to be getting that third attempt. Let's see if the energy has changed around that. Spirit, will Orange Peel have a third attempt on his life? I'm getting yes. Okay. I had a 2-hour wait under Biden administration. Okay. Did I miss a question? I think I got it, Linda. I think I got Linda's question. I'm a little bit behind, guys. I'm trying to get to them all. Okay. Yeah, put your questions in cap. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Tab, thank you for coming back. Did she miss anything? Uh, Not sure when you left, so Mary, will Mar-a-Lago be taken from 45? Spirit, will Mar-a-Lago be taken from 45? Oh, I'm getting yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Is Garcia hurt? Is Garcia hurt? Yes, I got the other day that he was. So, okay, if the news is too much, it's best not to watch it because it can be overwhelming. That's true. Linda says, don't watch it. And that's true. But I mean, it's everywhere, kind of. Okay. All right, Spirit. Will Allison Riggs in North Carolina eventually get the Supreme Court seat? Will she get the Supreme Court seat? Says yes. Yeah, they still want to throw out those ballots, I know, but I think she's going to get it. I think every time I've read on it, she's going to get it. And Dion says, why do I feel like there's a loophole for the felon and Mellon, where felon fires Mellon and then rehires him to start the clock, to restart the clock? Spirit, will Orange Peel fire Leon? Yes. Will he rehire him and restart the clock? Okay, I'm getting no right now, and yeah, let's hope that stays that way. Okay, Valerie wants to know, Spirit, will the new administration start in June? Will the new administration start in June? Okay, I'm getting yes. But we get that. The thing about it, guys, is we always get yes, but then something happens, and then I think we just have to be patient. Yeah, it says that he won't rehire him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Blueberry. Yeah. Valerie says, my mother-in-law is also a Orange Peel supporter. My husband doesn't talk politics. That's good. When she calls to complain about how expensive her prescriptions are, he just says, you voted for it. And it gets her very heated. Yeah. Yep. Because prescriptions are going up, everything. Yeah, the Insurrection Act, and Dion. That's what I was trying to find. Oh, okay. Apple is saying if there's no violence, he can't do it. That's why I'm telling people to stay away. He's not going to do it. All those people that has been showing up and they haven't done anything yet. They haven't infiltrated and tried to write all over buildings and break windows and blow up cars and all those people out there, and it's still not happening. I'm telling Black people to stay home. And I'm sorry if you feel that that's not right, and this is your country, and you should be fighting too. Really, you spend your country for a long time. You've been fighting for a long time, and nothing's changed. Okay, will immigrants be able to get Social Security? I don't know, were they getting it before? Spirit, will immigrants be able to get Social Security? It's saying yes. I don't know. Will they? Oh, that's right. They were paying taxes. Mm. It says yes. Hi, Mary. It is like watching. It is like watching the Idiot's Guide to the Third Reach. Only my question is, will everything eventually work out for Madam President at some point in 2025? That's a good question. All right, Spirit. Will things finally work out for Madam President Kamala Harris in 2025 Earth time? I'm getting yes. I'm still expecting that to happen, guys. I still am. The thing is, when? All we know is 2025. Yep. Will there still be a Juneteenth this year? Spirit. Will Juneteenth be celebrated this year? No. Saying no. I think people could still celebrate it. There's nothing saying that you just can't celebrate it because people were celebrating it before, you know? Juneteenth has been celebrated for a long time. I don't think it's going to just go away. People are still going to do what they do, I think. June 14th is the anniversary of the United States Army. It just happens to fall on Orange Peel's birthday. The Army plans to celebrate their birthday. Do they always celebrate it? Lisa, is this the first time? Because I don't know. I can't imagine they would be celebrating with him, no, the way he is against them. He will have a MAGA parade full of sheet wearing. Sheet wearing. Mm-hmm. That's where he came from. The sheet wearers. Okay. Olivia, that's a good question. Will Orange Peel's third attempt to be president be successful? Is that what you? Oh, says no. Okay, so I had one thing in mind. That I just thought you're talking about the third attempt about unaliving him. I always get no. He'll still be around, but let's see. Will Orange Peel's third attempt on his life be successful? No. Mm-mm. I always get no on that. Okay, Lisa says Elon is a special government employee. If Trump wants him to serve more than 130 days in a 65-day year period, yeah, he needs congressional approval. That's true. Linda says you guys are my favorite. Thank you, Linda. Okay, will Leon turn on T-Rump to save his own hide? Will Leon turn on T-Rump to save his own hide? Yes, I guess he said he's not that dumb. He's not like a lot of those attorneys and stuff out there. They're messing with their livelihood, messing with him. Although he's messed up his already too. But I mean, when you have all that many billions, I mean, how much does it take? 1 billion would be enough, if you ask me. But whatever. So he's probably not going to go as far as Leon. He's never going to be without, I don't think. Where is Tulsi Gabbard? I don't know. Let's see. Is Tulsi Gabbard still employed by T-Rock? No. Something happened to her, Linda? Fill us in. I didn't pay any attention. Has Tulsi Gabbard been fired? Well, you never know. What's her name? Loomer. She came in there and you know what she was doing. We don't talk about that no more, but whatever. Can't celebrate Juneteenth. Oh, Tab, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, you could just celebrate it anyway. I mean, and nobody says you can't celebrate it. Yeah. Then I think it isn't it a national holiday or was. Okay, Leon and Leonard. Okay. Leo and Coke against. Okay. They're against the tariffs. But I don't they're against the tariffs. So what? Now what? Okay, because that Coke guy, he's supposed to be suing. Okay. Um will the Coke, what's his name, Leonard? Will Leonard Coke be successful in suing the Orange Peels administration? Look at that. No. Apple, I'm assuming you're laughing at anyway, it says no. Okay, that's something else, Renee. All right, guys, look like I've come to the end of the questions. So, yeah, right, Apple, the affair. The affair. So, what I'm going to do is pick a card for us all and see what Spirit wants us to know at this time. Guys, but I'm saying you got to take it easy. Don't let him get your blood pressure up. When you see him doing something, just laugh and say, Spirit's going to take care of it. And believe that. You're welcome, Apple. Oh, you're welcome, Mona. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, I guess let's look at that. Okay, Linda wants to know, will there be another market crash this week? All right, Spirit. Will there be another market crash this week? Will there be another? Yeah, it's saying yes. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Linda. That yeah. All right, Spirit, give us a card. Give us a card for tonight as we leave. This is a good card, guys. This is exactly what we need to do. I breathe calmly and easily. I am safe in the moment. Look at that. Exactly what Spirit wants you to do. It's out of our hands in a sense, guys. Everyone gets some money and buy, baby, buy. Yeah, it was, I think it was her. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. You know, I appreciate all of your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, my wonderful, beautiful moderators. I appreciate you all for being here. All right, guys, I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Have a good evening.